What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 6.
Millionaire Maker. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
Okay guys, this is for the Millionaire Maker slate, which is the Sunday main slate at 1 p.m. Oh, and stick around to the very end of this video. After I show you all my picks in the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll show you these players in DraftKings and in FanDuel, the Millionaire Maker slates. There'll be 2 spots open that you have to fill in, but you'll have a great Millionaire Maker core. Okay guys, NFL Week 6. Let's take a look at the quarterback position. So my Millionaire Maker quarterback for NFL Week 6, I'm going to save some salary with this pick. It's a bit of a sleeper pick. I like Joshua Dobbs from the Arizona Cardinals playing the LA Rams, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Now, Joshua Dobbs has averaged 16.1 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 5.4 rush attempts per game, and he's projected at only 13.8 fantasy points here this week, so not a lot of people thinking he's going to perform this week. Now, he's only $5,200 DraftKings salary. He's $1,500 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 48.5 points scored in this game. And I like this pick because they have the Cardinals trailing by 7. So I do think he's going to get plenty of pass attempts in this game. Hopefully he can get a handful of rush attempts, if not more. Maybe get a rushing touchdown. So I like Joshua Dobbs here versus the LA Rams. Now, the other quarterback that's in the same boat as Joshua Dobbs, and maybe even more so, is Bryce Young from the Carolina Panthers playing the Miami Dolphins, who have the 8th worst defense overall. They give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks, so even a better matchup than Joshua Dobbs. And Bryce Young, he's $5,100 DraftKings salary, $1,500 more on FanDuel. Price just about the same as Joshua Dobbs. But Bryce Young averaging 13.1 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 2 rush attempts per game. And he's projected at 14.9 fantasy points. So Vegas thinks there's going to be 48.5 points scored in this game. And they have the Panthers trailing by 13.5. So you could make the case for Bryce Young here in a good matchup where he should have to throw the ball quite a bit in this game. So I like both of these guys, but I will stick with Joshua Dobbs as my Millionaire Maker pick. But I think you could easily swap him out for Bryce Young, and you're going to get some low ownership quarterbacks with good matchups, with good upside, and good game scripts. So I like Joshua Dobbs and Bryce Young here versus the Rams and the Dolphins.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. So my Millionaire Maker running back is Joe Mixon from the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Seattle Seahawks, who have the 6th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing running backs. Now, Joe Mixon averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 16.8 rush attempts per game and 3.4 pass targets per game. He's projected at 14 fantasy points here in Week 6. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary, $700 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 45.5 points scored in this game. They have the Bengals favored by 3.
And Joe Mixon scored 13, 9, and 14 fantasy points in his last 3 games off of 25, 14, and 19 touches on top of 4, 1, and 2 pass targets. So he's getting a ton of volume and hasn't really broken out, hasn't really put up a big game yet. I'm looking for a 20-plus fantasy point performance from Joe Mixon. He easily could score 2 touchdowns with that volume. So I like Joe Mixon here versus the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. So my Millionaire Maker wide receiver is Adam Thielen. And this is where you can make the case here if you want to go with the Carolina Panthers quarterback and stack him up with Adam Thielen from the Carolina Panthers playing the Miami Dolphins, who have the 8th worst defense overall, middle of the pack defending opposing wide receivers. We have been on Adam Thielen all season long. He's been an absolute stud at low ownership and low price tag. He's averaged 20.8 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 9.2 pass targets per game. Been on the field for 91% of the snaps. He's projected at 14 fantasy points here in week 6. He's only $5,900 DraftKings salary, $1,500 more on FanDuel. And what a game script he has here. Vegas thinks there's going to be 48.5 points scored in this game, with the Panthers trailing by 13.5. So Adam Thielen, he has scored 31, 15, and 35 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing off of 13, 8, and 14 pass targets. So monster volume, monster production. So I still like Adam Thielen here versus the Miami Dolphins.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My Millionaire Maker tight end is Logan Thomas from the Washington Commanders, playing the Atlanta Falcons, who have a good defense overall, but they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Logan Thomas averaging 11.9 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 6.3 pass targets per game, projected at 8.3 fantasy points here in week 6, only $3,500 DraftKings salary, $1,900 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 41.5 points scored in this game. They have the Commanders trailing by 2.5, so it's a good tight end matchup here, and Logan Thomas scored 22 fantasy points last game off of 11 pass targets. So he started the season 2 weeks ago, got 3 pass targets for 7 fantasy points, followed up that game with a 22 fantasy point production off of 11 pass targets. So just fantastic volume last game. Makes me excited to play him in a good matchup at a low price tag. So I like Logan Thomas here versus the Atlanta Falcons.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite
Player for this NFL slate.
I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. You've unlocked the bonus content.
Okay guys, here we are in the DraftKings lineup optimizer. Over here on Draft Dashboard, we have our Millionaire Maker core locked in here, and we've generated a lineup. So let's see who we got. We got Bryce Young. Decided to use Bryce Young as the quarterback. We got DeAndre Swift, Joe Mixon, Cooper Kupp, Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Logan Thomas, DJ Moore, and the Jaguars defense. So I absolutely love this lineup. I'm going to save this lineup so I can optimize it later if anything changes. Okay, and here we are in the FanDuel lineup optimizer. Over here on Draft Dashboard, we have our Millionaire Maker core locked in here, and we've generated a lineup. So let's see who we got. We got Joshua Dobbs, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, Adam Thielen, Drake London, DJ Moore, Logan Thomas, Travis Etienne, and the Patriots defense. And we could upgrade DJ Moore to Devontae Adams or AJ Brown. So let's go ahead and plug AJ Brown in there if we want. So I like this lineup, so I'm going to save it so I can optimize it later if anything changes.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite
Player for this NFL slate.
I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.